The Oklahoma City Thunder are absolutely dominating the hardwood, and the world is taking notice. In a high-stakes clash against the Phoenix Suns for Game 2, the Thunder surged to a massive victory to take a commanding 2-0 lead in the series. Behind 37 points from the reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the energy inside Paycom Center was electric, and social media is currently ablaze with reactions to this playoff clinic.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the victory came at a potentially devastating price, as All-Star wing Jalen Williams was forced to exit the contest early. After an explosive first half where he poured in 19 points and looked like his vintage, unstoppable self, he was seen grabbing at his left hamstring in the third quarter. We are tracking the latest medical updates from coach Mark Daigneault as the team holds its breath on his status moving forward. In the wake of that injury scare, the spotlight has shifted to Chet Holmgren, who delivered a monumental performance to help seal the win. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did not hold back in his post-game comments, calling the 7-footer the anchor of the league's best defense and a massive reason why this franchise has become a perennial championship contender. Holmgren's elite efficiency and 4-block masterclass have officially put the entire Western Conference on high alert. As the series now shifts to Phoenix for a pivotal Game 3 this Saturday, the question remains whether the Thunder can keep this momentum rolling if they are missing their defensive engine. We will be bringing you every update on Jalen Williams and the rest of the squad as they pursue back-to-back titles. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of our playoff coverage. Ever wonder what a freight train feels like? Because that is exactly what watching the Oklahoma City Thunder right now is like. In a game that was supposed to be a tight battle, the Thunder flexed their muscles to secure a 2-0 series lead over the Phoenix Suns, but the win came with a chilling dose of reality. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was, as expected, playing at an MVP level, dropping a masterclass 37 points. You look at his consistency, and you have to ask, is there anyone in the league right now who makes elite playmaking look this effortless? The first half was a total team effort, with Chet Holmgren finally finding his rhythm, hitting 7 for 12 from the floor and anchoring the paint with 4 massive blocks. It felt like a clinic until the air completely left the arena. Midway through the third, Jalen Williams, the heartbeat of this roster, grabbed his left hamstring and headed straight to the locker room. Suddenly, a 20-point cushion felt incredibly fragile. The Suns started clawing back, thanks to a desperate surge led by Dillon Brooks, cutting that lead to 10 late in the fourth. But this Thunder team is different. They didn't panic. Ajay Mitchell stepped up off the bench, showing the kind of depth that wins championships. They closed it out to take the series to Phoenix, but the real story isn't the 2-0 lead, it's the medical report. If the Thunder are going to go the distance, they need Jalen Williams on that floor. What do you think? Is this the year OKC finally lifts the trophy, or will this injury be the what-if of the 2026 postseason? Let me know your take in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're riding with the Thunder, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our coverage of Game 3. Sometimes, the hardest part of winning isn't the opponent, it's staying healthy enough to finish the fight. What would you do if you were playing through the pain of a torn wrist ligament, helping your team secure their first-ever NBA championship, only to find the basketball gods testing you yet again? That is exactly the reality for Oklahoma City Thunder star Jalen Williams. Just days after hoisting that historic Larry O'Brien trophy, the news dropped that Williams had been playing through a literal disaster in his wrist for an entire postseason. Talk about grit. He had to completely overhaul his jump shot in the middle of a playoff run, an impossible task for most, yet he delivered a 40-point masterpiece in the finals anyway. But this season, it has been a gauntlet of bad luck. Between lingering surgery recovery and a frustrating bout with hamstring strains, Williams has been fighting for rhythm all year long. He finally looked like his old, dominant self in Game 1 against the Suns, putting up a stat line that reminded everyone why he's an all-NBA caliber force. He was aggressive, comfortable, and frankly, the best player on the floor. And he carried that fire into Game 2, racking up 19 points in just 23 minutes. But then, the nightmare scenario happened. A transition drive, a missed bucket, and suddenly he was clutching his hamstring. Watching him head to the locker room was a gut punch for every Thunder fan hoping for a back-to-back title run. Coach Daigneault confirmed it looks like an aggravation of his left hamstring, which is particularly concerning given he'd already battled his right side earlier this year. We are holding our breath for the medical updates, but one thing is clear. The road to a repeat just got a whole lot bumpier. If you want to keep up with the latest on Jalen Williams and the Thunder's quest for history, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do you think the Thunder have enough depth to survive a potential absence from their second scoring option? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Sometimes, the true measure of a champion isn't just winning, but how they endure the storm when everything seems to be falling apart. Is it finally time we stop calling the Oklahoma City Thunder a surprise? After a dominant 121-7 victory in Game 2, they have officially put the Phoenix Suns on the ropes with a 2-0 series lead. While the star power in OKC is undeniable, one player is proving to be the absolute backbone of this operation. I'm talking about Chet Holmgren, and his teammates are taking notice. The game turned on a dime in the third quarter when Holmgren erupted for 8 points in just 4 minutes, pushing the lead to 14 and effectively putting the game out of reach. But it wasn't just the scoring. It was the sheer impact he had on both ends of the floor. After the final buzzer, superstar Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't hold back, calling Chet the driving force behind their success. SGA famously noted that ever since Holmgren stepped onto the court for the Thunder, they have been the #1 seed in the West. He argued that it is no coincidence. Chet anchors the best defense in the league, and his presence changes the geometry of the game entirely. Think about where this kid has been. After sitting out his entire rookie year with a foot injury, he didn't just come back, he flourished. Now a bona fide all-star, he is terrorizing the Suns in the paint, and frankly, Phoenix has no answer for his defensive gravity. With Game 3 shifting to the desert this Saturday, the pressure is squarely on the Suns to find a way to neutralize him, but that is a tall order against a player playing this confidently. Do you think the Suns can adjust, or is OKC destined for a deep run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more playoff updates. Sometimes, the most important piece of a championship puzzle isn't the loudest, but the one holding everything together. Have you ever watched a player who doesn't just play the game, but seems to physically pull the soul out of the arena? That's Jalen Williams for the Oklahoma City Thunder. When he's on, he's not just scoring. He's stomping, howling, and turning the Paycom Center into a pressure cooker. But after a dominant first half in Game 2 against the Suns, the air was sucked out of the room in an instant. After a routine layup, Williams reached for his left hamstring, and just like that, the Thunder's championship hopes hit a silent alarm. It's cruel, honestly. Through 3 halves of this series, Williams looked like the absolute best version of himself. No lingering pain, just pure, unadulterated explosion. He dropped 19 points in the first half alone, picking Devin Booker clean and bulldozing to the rim with a level of confidence that only someone with his track record can command. As Alex Caruso put it didn't look out of the ordinary. It just looked like Jalen. And that is exactly what the Thunder need to make a real run. Now, the team is playing the waiting game. Coach Mark Daigneault says it's a left hamstring issue, thankfully different from the right one that sidelined him for 2 months. But the uncertainty is a massive weight on this locker room. Sure, the Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and yes, they've proven they can win without Williams during the regular season. But in the playoffs, you don't just replace a player who doubles as your emotional anchor and your Swiss Army knife on defense. Williams has spent this season learning the hard way about patience, constantly fighting back from injury setbacks. He's watched his teammates like Chet Holmgren and Cason Wallace grow in his absence, but we all know the team's ceiling changes the moment he steps on the floor. If he's sidelined for long, the Thunder have enough depth to survive the next round, but the swagger, that electric, boisterous, mischievous energy he brings, is irreplaceable. So here is the million-dollar question. Was this injury just a minor hiccup, or is it the start of a series-altering struggle for OKC? We'll find out soon enough. If you're a Thunder fan, you're holding your breath, but maybe take comfort in this. For 2 games, Jalen Williams looked like he was finally back to his peak. And that version of him, that's the version that wins championships. Hit the comments and let me know, can the Thunder make a deep run if Williams is limited? Don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this series heats up. Sometimes, the most important moments aren't on the stat sheet, but in the wait that follows.